COP27 summit is done and dusted. Minister Creecy says the outcomes adopted at the climate change summit show the urgency and the need to tackle the climate crisis. But there are still contentious issues like adaptation and climate financing.
What you would have heard from our statement is that, as with all COPs, we won some and we lost some. We are disappointed with the outcomes on the global goal on adaptation. What you would understand, colleagues, is that making progress on adaptation is very important, because the more progress you make on adaptation, the less loss and damage you're going to have in the long term. So we think that adaptation is really important. We are all living through climate change. It's a reality of all of our lives, and it's already impacting on our built infrastructure, on lives and livelihoods.
The gathering in Egypt also afforded South Africa a space to stress the need for just energy transition to ensure that the mega project is well funded by the country's partners.
President Ramaphosa also met with South Africa's partners, Germany, France, the European Union, the United States of America, and the United Kingdom on the Just Energy Transition Partnership. He presented our country's investment plan and indicated that South Africa will need in the region of $1.5 trillion in climate financing over the next 5 years to implement the plan. He also stressed that the money required should be in the form of highly concessional loans and grants.
Another thorny issue has to do with multilateral consensus on making financial flows consistent with pathways towards low emissions in climate-resilient development. And there were some milestones as well.
The key milestone agreed to at COP27 was on financial arrangements to address loss and damage due to climate change. COP27 agreed to set up a fund on loss and damage. It established a transitional committee to work on the modalities of this fund with a view to taking a decision at COP28 in 2023. COP27 also emphasized the need for increased momentum to reform the multilateral development banks and international financial institutions, and called on the stakeholders of these institutions to take decisive action to scale up climate finance in 2023.
Delegates also committed to keeping the global warming limit of 1.5 degrees Celsius during what the international panel Climate Change calls the critical decade. Khayelihle Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.